Digimon Adventure 02 is a polarizing series, but something we can all agree on, I'm sure, is Armored Digivolution is pretty awesome. In the Adventure 02 anime, Ken Ichijoji created the Dark Spires while under the influence of Malomyotismon, which prevented our original Digidestin from evolving to champion. Well, except for Gatomon, she got her tail charm taken away, and that made her as weak as a rookie Digimon for some reason, and kept our new Digidestin from even achieving that same level of champion. Thus enter the Armored Digi-Eggs, also known as the Armored Digimentals. The first of which we see is the Digi-Egg of Courage, containing not only Vmon, but the necessary items for Davis to facilitate his Digivolution into Flamedramon. You can easily use this to say that since Vmon is a rookie, the Armored Digimon should equate to a champion level Digimon. But realistically, it's much more complicated than that. While we do see a multitude of occasions where Armored Digimon take on and take out Digimon who are under the control of Ken that are also champion level, and while it narratively seems like they're trying to imply that they are at a similar level, we need to take a look at a few different instances. One specific instance is in episode 7 of Adventure 02. We see Davis and TK outside of a dome city without any dark spires around. Their goal is to enter the area without being detected. There is a Guardramon they need to take out before they can approach the entrance. Davis says that he and Vmon will take care of it with Flamedramon, when Patamon states that he can do it because there are no Dark Spires around, and he can digivolve into Angemon. Why would he not digivolve into his own Armored Digivolution, Pegasusmon, and choose Angemon over that, or even over Flamedramon? We can take two stances with this. Either A, this was strictly to try and develop the rivalry between Davis and TK because Davis is shown to be jealous. Or B, this was them showing that Digidestin's champion level Digimon would and should be stronger than that of their armored level, or most of their armored level Digivolutions. We'll touch on that later. In my eyes, the correct answer is B, and I have a few reasons to present why. Number 1, Patamon doesn't even consider Pegasusmon or Flamedramon as an option. He immediately jumps to no Dark Spires, which means we bring out Angemon. Patamon is not a novice by any means, and neither is TK at this point. It's safe to assume that via Occam's razor and Patamon's attitude that they know Angemon is better or stronger as an evolution overall, even though they both are Crest of Hope evolutions. Number 2, when we see the 3 new Digidestin take on a group of Tyrannomon, even when they are having a one-on-one fight, they are struggling to even do the slightest bit of damage to these Tyrannomon. Even after unleashing all of their mainstay attacks, not a single one of the Tyrannomon have a scratch, let alone being taken down. But Angemon can one-shot a champion-level Guardramon to subdue him. Keep in mind, in both of these instances, their goal is not to kill the other Digimon, but rather free them from Ken's control. Number 3, we see in this same instance, and by Ken's own words, that Armored Digimon are also under a severe time limit, much unlike champion level Digimon. The only time they show to have a time limit is when they first evolve into champion, or when they haven't eaten or rested in a long time. This was not the case for the Armored Digimon in this scene. They were fresh. And lastly, number 4, once the group had defeated Ken, they all started to strive for a higher level of evolution, that being champion. And to say that this was so they could reach higher levels like Ultimate would be incorrect as well. They didn't know if they would be able to reach Ultimate level, as the only way that they knew to reach Ultimate level was via the crest from the original series, which the original group had sacrificed to keep the worlds in balance. The only time this is reverted is in the human world, when Azulongmon gave the power to the original Digidestin to reach Ultimate and Mega once again. This is why we also have DNA Digivolution in Adventure 02, because the new Digidestin couldn't achieve a higher level without it. This not only implies that the 02 group had no idea how to reach Ultimate or higher, but it also implies that narratively, champions as a whole should be stronger than Armored Digivolution as a whole, or Armored Digimon as a whole, as once everyone achieves the champion level, no one really uses their armor evolutions again unless it's absolutely necessary. So what does this mean? This shows us that while stronger than almost any rookie form sans Lucemon, Armored Digivolution is more or less the missing gap between rookie and champion, slotting their overall strength and power in that tier. But what about the elephant in the room? I mentioned earlier I would talk about this later in the video, and now we're going to bring up the Digi-Egg of Destiny and Miracle. But before we jump into that, don't forget to subscribe so you can vote on my next video. Thank you! Well, these are the two golden Digi-Eggs from the Adventure 02 show and movie, and they are a bit more complicated. Starting with the Digi-Egg of Destiny, a good portion of the Digimon that have canon evolutions with this are either debatable to be ultimate level as it is, like Maildramon, which is implied to be a champion in the Digimon card game, but outright stated to be an ultimate via the Vital Bracelet BE. We also have more solid examples like Golden Rapidmon and Kongaomon, might be pronouncing that wrong, who both are mainstays for this evolution method, and both are not only implied to be ultimate level at least, but outright stated to be on multiple occasions. Gold Rapidmon, or Rapidmon Armor, is also considered a Holy Knight, and one of the Miracle 4. Thus, you can argue that he is relative to the likes of Megas like Seraphimon and Holydramon, but that could be a stretch. Lastly, we have the Digi-Egg of Miracles, and truly the strongest armor Digimon, Magnamon. With very little effort, we can conflate Magnamon to the Mega level. Not only is Magnamon directly stated to be an evolution to Rapidmon Armor or Golden Rapidmon, who we have established is ultimate level, he outright bullies an established ultimate level in Chimeramon, whose power was also bolstered by being one of Ken Ichijoji's experiments. And that's not even touching on the fact that Magnamon is likely in the Mega Plus category with the likes of Ulforce Veedramon, Omegamon, and Alphamon, who all scale to the realm of Yggdrasil, aka Colonel, which is the realm that transcends the digital world, being that they can exist within this realm and were created within it by Yggdrasil. Now, while the Magnamon we see in Adventure 02 isn't the same as the Royal Knight Magnamon, they should at least be relative to each other, as they are the same exact species, and we have seen that the Royal Knight species that the Digidestined have access to in the Adventure series overall match up very well against their Royal Knight counterparts. This is backed up by the fact that Magnamon, with the help of Rapidmon Armor, was able to outright defeat Cherubimon Vice Mode, who was able to capture the original Digidestined, and Omegamon clashing with the actual real Royal Knight Alphamon sent by Yggdrasil. So the vast majority of Armored Digivolutions should be weaker than the average champion level, but vastly stronger than the average rookie. While the Digi-Egg of Destiny should provide power similar to that of an ultimate level, if not a bit higher, with Golden Rapidmon, and the likes of the Digi-Egg of Miracles and Magnamon being at the highest tiers of them all in the Mega Plus category with all of the Royal Knights. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. Bye!